The first thing we need to do is find the first derivative. So take the derivative of the natural log of sine of x, and that's going to be the derivative of the inside, which is cosine, divided by the inside, sine. Or instead of using cosine over sine, we could change that to cotangent. Okay, now to find arc length, you integrate over the interval from 1 to 2. And it's the square root of 1 plus the derivative squared. So that's going to be 1 plus cotangent squared inside of the square root. And there's a trig identity for 1 plus cotangent squared. This is equal to cosecant squared. So if you have the square root of cosecant squared, that is just going to say integrate cosecant. Now, if you've never integrated cosecant before, it is a little bit tricky. What you've got to do is make this a fraction, cosecant of x over 1, and then multiply the top and the bottom of the fraction by cosecant of x minus cotangent of x. You then do some simplifying, and eventually you'll get that the integral of cosecant is the natural log of cosecant of x minus cotangent of x. And secant, integrating secant is very similar, but you end up with a secant of x plus a tangent of x here. I suggest to all my students that for both secant and cosecant, you memorize these so that you don't have to reconstruct, because it's sort of hard to remember, oh, I'm supposed to multiply this on the top and the bottom by cosecant minus cotangent. So this is then got limits from 1 to 2. Since my calculator doesn't have either cosecant or cotangent, I'm going to change this one to 1 over sine, and this one 1 over tangent. So we need to know how much is the natural log of 1 over sine of x minus 1 over tangent of x, evaluate from 1 to 2. So natural log, and because this does not say degrees, we're going to have to make sure the calculator is in radians. So we've got 1 over sine of 2 minus 1 over tangent of 2 minus the natural log. Now it's going to be 1 over sine of 1 minus 1 over tangent of 1. Those in absolute values, so we don't take natural log of a negative. So let me just double check, we're in radians. And then it's going to be the natural log. Now I need absolute value. Now that is under math. Move over to number. Take the absolute value. 1 divided by sine of 2 minus 1 divided by tangent of 2. I need a parenthesis for the absolute value and a parenthesis for the natural log. And then minus the natural log. Again, I need absolute value. And then it's going to be sine of 1. I forgot to say 1 divided by. 1 divided by sine of 1 minus 1 divided by tangent of 1. Close the tangent, close the absolute value, close the natural log. And the final answer, 1.048 units. It is possible that you could take a look at the graph of the original problem, the natural log of sine of x on the interval from 1 to 2. Change the window. Let's see, 1 to 2, so let's go 0 to 3. And then, let's say negative 1 to 3. Let's see if we can see it. So we were talking about the interval from 1 to 2, so that's this interval right here. Well, if that was a straight line, of course the length would be 1. Because it's not exactly a straight line, the answer should be a little bit more than 1. I think that sounds right.